Hey everyone, this is Rabbia's blog, and I have just been tagged for the movie villain tag. And the person who tagged me for this is Boobob1987, and you can check out the link to her channel in the description box below. But for this particular movie tag, I've been tagged to answer 8 questions, so I'll answer all 8 questions on this video. And the eighth question, the final question, is like it's a bonus question, so you have the option of answering this final question or not, or you can pick out any other question you want to ask for the bonus question. But that's pretty much what the movie's villains tag is all about so far. It's basically answering these 8 questions, and at the end of the video, I'll do some recommendations. If you're interested in doing this movie tag, then please feel free to comment below, or you can make your own video, whichever way you want to do this. And let's get started with this movie tag. So the first question is, who is your most favorite movie villain of all time? I would have to say my most favorite movie villain of all time has to be the Joker from The Dark Knight. I have always been a huge fan of the Joker from the Batman comics. So when I saw the Joker from the Dark Knight movie, I was like really excited about it. I think Heath Ledger put up a really fantastic performance as the Joker in the Dark Knight. He really brought so much dilemma to Batman's character, and I think he's just a fantastic villain all around, just for challenging Batman's beliefs and everything, and trying to make sure that Gotham is chaotic as possible. So I really love the Joker's character in The Dark Knight, and I think he's one of the best movie villains of all time, just for that reason, for defying Batman's logic and trying to cause as much chaos as possible. So the second question to this is, who is your most personal favorite movie villain of all time? That would have to be Judge Doom from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I think Judge Doom was like one of the most scariest villains I ever came across. Like, I still remember that the scene where he dip a cute tune shoe into the dip. Like, that scene was just so chilling to me. And then you got his reveal, like towards the end of the film, that's like so shocking and twisted. I can't really tell you what happened in with the twist with his character, but it was pretty shocking, and you never saw it coming. So I really love Judge Doom because he's that type of villain who's so mysterious. You don't know what he's all about. You don't know why he wants to kill Toons until the very end of the film. So he's a really interesting character for that reason, and he's just one of my most personal favorite movie villains just for that reason. Okay, so the third question is, who is your worst movie villain of all time? Um, my worst movie villain of all time would have to be the Toad from Thumbelina. Like, I felt like the Toad from Thumbelina, you could have taken him out of the movie. He wouldn't really bring anything to the movie. Like, I felt like he was just one dimensional villain who's just there to go after Thumbelina and marry her, and that's it to his character. He's just there to chase after Thumbelina just to marry her, and even though Thumbelina doesn't want to marry him, and it's just, I just found him to be like a one-dimensional character. I didn't really care for him that much. I will admit, Don Bluth's Thumbelina was one of those films that was like kind of average to me. So I felt like the Toad as a villain wasn't a very good villain because he was so one dimensional. He didn't really do much in the film to just chase after Thumbelina. So he's definitely the worst movie villain for me. Okay, so the fourth question is, who is your most favorite Disney villain of all time? Ooh, I love this question. My favorite, most favorite Disney villain of all time has to be Frollo from The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Frollo is like one of my most favorite Disney villains of all time because he's that type of villain who's like really dangerous, and he has this genocidal plan to destroy all the gypsies of Paris, and I just really love his character so much because he's so ruthless. He lied to Quasimodo all those years about what really happened to his mother. He tried to shun him away from the public, even though a lot of people in the public think that Quasimodo is ugly, and they will mistreat him if they get the chance. But yeah, I felt like Frollo was a fantastic villain because he's so ruthless. He's also very cunning when it comes to getting what he wants, and there's that whole thing about his obsession with Esmeralda. So it made him into such a fantastic villain and one of the most interesting villains I ever seen in a Disney franchise. So Frollo from The Hunchback of Notre Dame is definitely my most favorite Disney villain of all time. Okay, so the fifth question is, which movie villain is the most decent one of all time? I would have to say the Riddler from Batman Forever. I felt like the Riddler from Batman Forever was an okay villain. I don't think he was the best villain, but I don't think he was the worst villain either. Jim Carrey's performance was fantastic in that role, but I felt like, he's just all laughs and stuff like that, and I just didn't find him that interesting as a villain in the Batman Forever movie. So I definitely think the Riddler was like the most decent movie villain I ever came across on. Okay. And the sixth question is, which movie villain is the main enemy for our heroes? I would have to say Ultron from Avengers: Age of Ultron. Like, I felt like Ultron was that villain who's like really gave the Avengers a fight for their lives, and he really made the Avengers think about what they're really doing, and whether or not they're saving the world. Like, Ultron's all about, he wants to save the world too, but he wants to do it by destroying like a continent just to do what he wants. And the Avengers are like the type of superheroes who wouldn't go that far to save the world. They wouldn't hurt innocent people, but Ultron would do such a thing. So I felt like Ultron was a very good enemy for the Avengers, and he really raised the stakes for the Avengers and where they stand as heroes. So it also helps that Ultron was created by one of the heroes, so that really set a lot of personal that was like a personal stake for the Avengers because of that. So I definitely think Ultron was a great main enemy for the heroes, or for the Avengers in this case. Um the seventh question is, who is your most favorite funniest movie villain? I would have to say my most favorite funniest movie villain had to be Hades from Hercules. I just love James Woods' performance as Hades. Like I found all the one-liners that Hades give out throughout the movie to be really funny. And again, James Woods' performance with Hades was really funny and fantastic. Like, he really brought so much life to Hades' character, and I just enjoy seeing Hades like make all these funny one-liners while also giving the heroes a fight for their lives. So I definitely think Hades was one of my most favorite funniest movie villains. And the last question, or the last bonus question, is going to be, who is your most favorite non-movie villain? I would have to say No Face from Spirited Away. I chose No Face because he was that type of character in the movie who was set up to be some sort of antagonist in the movie, but he really wasn't an antagonist. Like, he was more like that character who just wanted to find some friends in the world, but he was a misunderstood loner who had no friends, and he ended up coming across Chihiro, who was kind to him. And throughout the movie, when No Face saw that all the people were getting money from this spirit, this river spirit who was cover up in garbage, he decided, he felt like, I should give all this money out to Chihiro so she could get me to like me, so she could start liking me because I gave her all this gold. But then in doing so, he ended up becoming greedy like the bathhouse workers because he thought that's what Chihiro would want, but in reality that's not what Chihiro wanted. And it's more like No Face was just misunderstood. He was set up as an antagonist in some kind of way because he was like terrorizing all the people in the bathhouse, but at the same time it's like, well, he was doing this because he thought, well, that's what people wanted. He thought that's what Chihiro wanted, and it turns out that's not what she wanted. It's sort of like I like to make this comparison about how unpopular kid in high school feels about wanting to be popular or impress this popular student they like, and they figure, if I act like the popular kids, like be mean or something like that, then maybe this popular person will like me. And it turns out, the popular person doesn't like the person being mean or anything like that. So that's sort of the situation with No Face, and I felt like he was misunderstood in that, and that he just kind of misunderstood what Chihiro wanted, and that he should just be himself, instead of trying to be like the bathhouse workers and be greedy like them. Well, that's it for the movie villains tag, and who am I gonna tag in this video? Well, I'm gonna tag everybody. Anybody who wants to do this video are free to do so. So if you want to do this tag, please feel free to comment below, or you could do your own video about this movie tag. But I tag anybody who wants to do this video. So please feel free to do this video if you want to. So yeah, I tag anybody who wants to do this video. Well, that's it from my movies villains tag, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, I'll give you the links to my Twitter account below, and also like my Facebook page, Rabbit's Blog's Best Comments. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Rabbit's Blog, and I'll see you later.